captain by a hook with a red beard. Captain by a hook with a red beard.
Man, starting to show off with some breaking news. Hot off the press. Nothing you wouldn't have guessed. I didn't even know Wes Unfield Jr. was the Wizard coach, but he just got fired. Get him out of here. It's been a trend this week in the NBA, firing head coaches. Still surprised that Doc Rivers. How much I love Doc Rivers. I can care less about the NBA till after the All-Star break, baby. One thing I do want to say about the NBA. Let me check something real quick. I think they won last night. Houston Rockets lost. I need 12 more wins on the season to hit that over 31.5 wins that I bet so heavily and gave out before the season. Uh, man, took a little slide. I feel like they've lost 3 in a row or something like that. They lose last night in overtime. 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 They lose last night in overtime. In overtime. Your boy, Seagun, 30 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists. That boy's a damn dog. And Jalen Green, 29 points. They lead the way to a loss. I don't know. I don't know what the Rockets need, but they need something. Huge, crazy day last night in college basketball. Not only did I have one of the worst nights of the season, 1-4 out of the 5 bets that I gave out. And the funny thing is, yesterday was I felt the most confident about these bets. All day I was just like, about to kill him, about to kill him. I almost text 2 of my homies was like, bro, shit automatic tonight, B. I was like, ain't nothing automatic. Don't jinx it. Don't overhype it. Yikes. Nothing was automatic at all. Definitely will break down what happened in case you missed it in college basketball. It is Thursday. We got a lot of fun going here today, all college hoops related. I'm gonna do a coaching spotlight. I'm talking about Johnny Dawkins, baby. I love what he's doing with that program this season and over the last half a decade. Definitely will break down some Johnny Dawkins. Also, I've been thinking all week about this, so I decided to just do it. Which college basketball program has the best all-time team ever? I'm talking all time, baby. Starting five, reserves, which, a lot of people first thought is Kansas, Kentucky. I think I'm going to go left when everybody else goes right. Keep it at home. Definitely we'll talk about that a little bit. Have a little fun with you. Little what if scenario. If all these guys could play together in their prime and take on whoever, man. Y'all could tweet me for sure on the X programs and players that y'all think could beat this team that I'm gonna put together in a minute. Also, it's Thursday, baby. We're on the road to March Madness. Madness in French. I'm kidding. Don't know how to say madness in French. We're doing the MountWest today, baby. Should be a lot of fun. Got 5 teams here ready to break down the profile. MountWest, man. One of those division conferences that they usually don't do good in the tournament. But I think this year they're going to step up and show out. Also, going to preview tonight and give out some bets. I got 3 bets For tonight, two sides and a total. So that'll be a damn blast. Anyway, let's jump into it, baby. This is Captain via Hook with the red beard, presented by Stare Down Sports. I am Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dobbs, going live on a beautiful, cold, rainy Thursday down here in the South. It's the 25th of January, the 25th day of the year. Love it, man. Man, last night, the madness was real, baby. Let's take a look at it right here on Captain by a Hook. First of all, let's start in the SEC, LSU, a team I will talk about later. They lose by 2 on the road to Georgia. Cook with 21 points in that loss. Providence, man, Seton Hall let this game slip away. Seton Hall was up close to double digits in the second half. And next thing I look up and they down 6 with 30 seconds left. I said, huh? I hit the old cartoon, get the windshield wipers for the glasses. Providence, even without their best player going down from injury, proving that they are a team to beat. I did a coaching spotlight earlier in the year on Kim English, coach of Providence. Man, that guy deserves flowers. Um, but hey, I ain't gonna get too deep into that. Ed Cooley, the hell you leave for? Had a good thing going in Providence. Now you got to rebuild at Georgetown, but I know he's looking long term. 4 or 5 years from now, Ed Cooley will be the man over there. Miami, they touch up Notre Dame with a 12-point win. Omiar with 33 points and 10 rebounds for the Hurricanes. Rich what? Rich Munn. They get the win over George Washington, baby. Rocking and rolling. Overtime game in the ACC. I'm talking Virginia. NC State. Virginia. The Cavaliers behind Ryan Dunn. 13 points, 12 boards, 6 blocks. Get the 6-point victory, 59-53. Now that's Virginia basketball, baby. Nobody getting to 60. Maryland, they upset Iowa on the road. Uh, 5.5 point dogs come out and steal the win. Told y'all yesterday, if y'all could read between the lines, to bet Maryland during the preview. I just couldn't do it. Maryland ends up taking home the bacon. James Madison continues to roll. They beat Old Dominion by 16. Blackerstaff is 12 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists. That's what you call a damn dog. South Florida, baby. Holla. 75-69 win over Temple on the road. And I'm not gonna lie to you. If you missed this Alabama Auburn game, best game I've seen since 2021 Gonzaga UCLA Final Four, and I'm not joking. That was the best game of the year by far. It was a 4-point game and it was closer than it looked. If Auburn could make some damn free throws late, they would have won that game maybe. I'm not saying 100%, but they would have definitely been able to tie it up at 77-77 or 75-75 and not have to foul. 12 seconds was left. Missed a free throw. Ended up down one. Got a foul, and then from there it was just they missed another free throw. It was just ugly. Auburn missing free throws. Uh, you're thinking to yourself, 2-3 minutes left in the game. You're fighting all game. You're playing this hard. You might as well go home with a win. Obviously, they didn't think like that. Free throws, man. If you are a college basketball player and you're not shooting 100 to 500 free throws a day, just go kill yourself. No need for you on the team. That's just a personal opinion. Of course, I probably couldn't say stuff like that live. Shouldn't say stuff like that live. 100% a joke. Suicide is a huge problem in America with young people. I don't know. Trying to backtrack so I don't get uh, taken off of the. I don't know. Who knows, man? I'm joking, people. Just work on your damn free throws, man. Free throws could have saved y'all last night. Y'all missed a ton of them. But hey, who am I? Great game. Alabama at home pulls away with the win, 79-76. Excuse me. It's a morning show, baby. The Green Wave of Tulane, they fall by 1 to UTSA on the road, 89-88. Ron Hunter and them boys balling this season. Florida Atlantic, they get a 13-point win over Rice down there in Houston. John L. Davis, 1 board short of a double-double, 14 points to go with his 9 boards. Missouri State and Drake. Double overtime game. You love to see stuff like that. Special, special, special. St. John's, man, they're looking like a damn powerhouse under their first year with Rick Pitino. I thought it would take them a few seasons. I thought him and Ed Cooley would struggle this season. And no, sir. St. John's and Rick Pitino will be an 8 or 9 seed, probably in the tournament, and nobody, and I mean nobody, is going to want to play them. They beat Villanova by 20 last night. First time they swept Villanova in a one-season series since 1993. I was 2. Florida, they get a 9-point win over Mississippi State, a much-needed 9-point win over Mississippi State. And then Northwestern, baby, Boo Booey might be the greatest point guard since since the King and the Duck. Boo Booey, baby, 29 points, 7 assists, balling. Balling in the mix. Excuse me, 29.7 assists. I did say it right. I don't know why I thought I said 6. But Northwestern overtime win over Illinois, the Fighting Illini, 96-91. Northwestern's resume definitely is going to get them in the tournament. First back-to-back tournament year. First year they go back to first time they're going to go to back-to-back tournaments since I think ever in that school's program history. Shout out to Boo Booey, what he's doing down there. Marquette, good, not great. They win by 13 and do not cover the 17.5 for me. 86-73 victory over DePaul. Iowa State, they beat Kansas State by 11. Iowa State looking like a damn wagon. Oh, Mississippi. They bust Arkansas up. Arkansas, go back to the drawing boards. Whatever you're doing this season, it ain't working. 77-51. Chris Beard has this. Oh, the Mississippi team rolling. Washington State. Yikes. If I would have told you before the season Washington State would be one of the best teams in the Pac-12, you would slap me, never watch the show again, because I wouldn't know what the hell I was talking about. However, they are one of the best teams in the Pac-12, and they have proven it over the last 3 weeks. 79-57 win over Utah. And over to the Mountain West, Nevada. 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 They bust up Colorado State. Colorado State, don't go breaking my heart. Falling apart like a good brisket in conference play. Don't know what the hell got into them. Start the season off 13-0, covering every game, might I add. Getting the conference play and just start shitting themselves like a 2-year-old. Nevada, 77-64 win over Colorado State. Keeping it in the Mount West. New Mexico. Oh, 20-point victory over San Jose State, 95-75. Your boy JT topping. 14 points, 10 boards, 5 blocks. And then, of course, the late night game. I should have bet from the jump. Told y'all, I told y'all, I told y'all, I told y'all. If things are going good, I'm going to be on this Colorado -2.5. Well, if you followed me, things were not going good, and I did not bet Colorado -2.5. They win by 17, 98-81. Boy, oh boy. I'm telling you, man. Watching last night's games, you got overtime, you got double overtime, you got Auburn, Alabama going at it. Conference play is in the midst. It's warmed up. It's ready to eat. It is a delicious product. It's madness in January, and I cannot wait. Boy, oh boy. I cannot wait to see what happens over the next 7 weeks. Yeah, 7 Thursdays from now, exactly 7 weeks, we will be watching the first day of the tournament. I know what you're thinking. The Tuesday is the first day of the tournament. I don't count the Tuesday, Wednesday games. Never will. And eventually, in the next few years, they're going to move it to 94 teams. Probably won't watch the damn first 2 rounds anymore. Pointless. I'm not watching 100 teams go at it. out of here. Fuck out of here. Anyway, 7 weeks away, exactly 52 days away from Selection Sunday. It's a damn dandy. But I cannot wait to watch February. It's going to be a great month of basketball. This weekend kind of sucks as far as the games go, but it'll be a great month going into February. And then, of course, we have championship week in early March, which is the best week of sports outside of the World Series. Uh, and I think the World Series is a far two behind championship week. But anyway, I'm babbling, rabbling, stabbling. Let's jump into some damn coaching spotlight here, baby. It's been a minute since we've done this. Johnny Dawkins, UCF, the Knights, rolling. He's been there since 2016. First year there, they go 24-12. NIT semifinals. 2 years later, 2018, 2019, they go 24-9, 13-5 in the conference, and get to the second round of the tournament. John L. Dawkins, baby. He started off as an assistant at Duke back in the late 90s, 98, 99. Was a Duke associate head coach, whatever that means, from 99 to 2008. And then 2008 to 2016, he was at Stanford. We all know those good Stanford teams. While he was at Stanford, 58% win streak, win mark, NIT champions in 2011, 2012. Sweet 16 appearance in 2013, 2014, and then again in 14, 15 NIT champions, 156 and 115 at Stanford. Since she's been at UCF consistently getting over 18 wins a season. Hats off to him. This year already on pace. He's 12-6 this year with UCF. Also, first year that this program is in the Big 12. I know what you're thinking. They're probably struggling. 3-3. Huge wins over Kansas. Great games this season. I mean, this guy has turned this program into something. UCF over the last 6-7 seasons under Johnny Dawkins has become a respectable school that kids want to go to. He was a great player too in his day. If I had time, I'd talk about his player. 10th pick overall, first round, 86 draft. Played at Duke from 82 to 86. I mean, the guy was a damn stud. Played for the Spurs, the Sixers, the Pistons. Had a great 11-year career. Two-time first team All-American, 85 and 86 at Duke. Two-time first team All ACC, 85 and 86. Two-time second team in 83 and 84. Every year he was at Duke, he made the All ACC team. His number 24 is retired at Duke. McDonald's All-American player back in 82. But as a coach, that's what we're talking about here. He's a coach. Like I said, had the one Sweet 16 performance appearance with Stanford and has two NIT championships with them. Made it to the NIT semifinals in his first season with UCF. Made it to the second round of the tournament 2 years later. And had a nice season last year. Made it to the NIT second round. But this season, man, oh man. Uh, I think this team can do something special. I think they could sneak in as one of those 15, 16 seeds that actually has a chance to dance in the first round. Now, second round's a whole different story, but sometimes you got to build and you got to make building blocks. At UCF, over the last 7 seasons, a 61% win percentage, 143 and 93. Um, amazing. Anytime you got a winner percentage around 60%, you're damn good. Oh, his career winning percentage, you ask? 59% on the dot, right there around 600. 299 wins to 208 losses. Hats off. Round of applause. Johnny Dawkins, baby. You are the coaching spotlight this week on Captain by a Hook. Speaking of Captain by a Hook, let's have a little fun before we dive into this MountWest breakdowns. Got 5 teams in the MountWest right now, currently in the tournament. Might be one more, maybe. We'll see how what happens. Some of these teams might drop. I mean, Colorado State keeps playing like they playing. Get them the hell out. I don't want to see them in the tournament. I don't give a damn how good Isaiah Stevens is. But shout out Johnny Dawkins, baby. But I wanted to talk all time for the best team, the program with the best all-time team. Again, like I said, you can say Kentucky, Kansas, UCLA, Gonzaga, even some great players all around. I'm gonna school y'all a little bit, and this is what made me even think of this, because I was like, bruh, LSU has had some damn ball players over the last century. I mean, LSU has had so many ball players. I couldn't even. I wanted to just make a starting five. Ended up writing 16 players down. It's bananas. The amount of talent that has come through Baton Rouge. The Big Raggedy, the Big Ratchet, and played for LSU. I'm gonna do the starting five last. I think I got a good starting five list. Stanley Roberts, almost put him as my starting four. Kind of went with somebody in my generation that I watched play. But man, Stanley Roberts highlights and stats through the roof. You got Johnny O'Brien, also had a great career about a decade ago. Tyrus Thomas, pretty sure y'all all remember him. Ended up getting drafted by the Bulls. Stromile Swift, down low, big dog status. Big Baby Davis, the biggest baby of them all. He had a great run around 05, 06, 07, going to the Final Four, eventually losing to Russ and Kevin Love, Russell Westbrook at UCLA. But that LSU team was amazing. You got Don Redden. You can go back to Ethan Martin, Ricky Blanton, Bob Pettit, even going all the way back, baby. Legend. Bob Pettit, probably the first basketball player ever at LSU. That's a joke. Also, man, Marcus Thornton, that kid was special. He was a damn bucket in the NBA. Great coach too as well, keeping his roots down here in the side. Cam Thomas, he was special. If you didn't watch Cam Thomas at LSU, he literally, and I mean literally, was Kobe Bean Bryant in a damn LSU jersey. Cam Thomas was special. Cam Thomas's running mate, Javante Smart, also special. Uh, Javante Smart and Cam Thomas, I'll take them to any damn day of the week. However, I got two better guards for you. Getting into the starting five for the LSU all-time team, according to me. Pistol Pete Maravich. He's gonna run my point at the two guard. Oh yeah, you see Pistol. Tell him how good you were. Were you the greatest of all time? Pistol Pete, baby. My goat. But hey, who am I? Pistol Pete's gonna be running the point, and then you got Muhammad Abdul Rauf. Boy is a damn problem. If you don't know, and now you know. I mean, that kid, Chris Jackson, him and that was his name back when he was at LSU. Him and Shaq, boy oh boy, the early '90s, probably the scariest duo I've ever seen. I'm gonna go Rudy Macklin at the three. Bring it back to the late '70s, early '80s. Rudy Macklin really kind of put the program on the map for that second wave. What he did at LSU definitely kicked off something special going into the late 80s, early 90s. And then ever since then, program has been steady for the most part, bringing talent in and winning ball games. Definitely because of the scandal. Man, if Will Wade would have been able to coach at LSU for 30 years, I think, whew, ain't no telling what he'd be able to accomplish just in a few seasons. Of course, illegally, I guess, anyway, what he did was special. Those few years. Rudy Macklin, he started it all off back in the early '80s, and then I'm gonna go Brandon Bass. Like I said, I went kind of with the homer, somebody that I watched play, somebody who I thought was a damn monster. He was a beast in that mid range, grabbing boards, playing defense. He's the kind of four I would want to play with my five. If you don't know, you dumbass. Shaquille O'Neal is my starting center. Put Brandon Bass on the high post or the little baby corner. Hit those 15-foot jumpers when Shaq getting double teamed. A little high low game there. And then you got Pistol Pete and Chris Jackson just dropping bombs from long range. Rudy Macklin getting in and out. I don't think anybody's beating that starting five with all of them in their prime. But it's just a little fun exercise. I know all you Kansas, Kentucky fans, hit me up on Twitter. Tell me who your starting five would be that could match up against mine. As far as all time for one school. Again, Pistol Pete, Mohammed Abdul Rauf, Rudy Macklin, Brandon Bass, and Shaquille O'Neal. Definitely have to be starting five for me over there at LSU. Go Tigers. All right, man. It's Captain by a hook with the red beard, baby. I'm Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dives. Let's dive in to some March Madness. Again, 7 weeks away exactly to this day for the tournament tipping off. 7 Thursdays away, baby. 52 days away from Selection Sunday. Man, when you put it like that, I better get my bracket ready. Let's jump into some Mountain West teams. Got 5 of them here. I'm going to break down. Starting with Boise State, 5-1 in conference play, 4-3 in quadrant one play. Um, been hella good team since December. Only 2 losses since December 1st. Uh, 5 losses overall on the season. Washington State, a team I told you in the Pac-12 earlier this show was a damn monster. They beat them by 5 in right before Christmas. And then 3 games ago, this team lost by 4 to the running Rebels of Las Vegas. Since then, they beat San Diego State. They beat Fresno State. They got a game in 2 days on Saturday against Utah State. Oh boy, that's going to be a good one. Boise State, Utah State going at it, at it, at it. This team has some ball players, man. They got 4 players averaging double digits. Uh, all of them upperclassmen, seniors, and juniors, experienced group. This Boise State team knows how to play the game. Again, 4-3 against quad one, 5-1 in conference play in the Mountain West Conference. That is impressive. 21st ranked team in defensive efficiency, only giving up 0.92 points per possession. And on the offensive side, they are ranked 64th, 1.14 points per possession. They slow it down. 329th ranked as far as pace goes. I believe this is out of 360. One of the lowest, slowest placed teams. They don't do anything spectacular on offense, about average. They get their spots, they get their buckets, they walk it up, but they play some damn good defense. And because of that, they get out on the fast breaks a lot. They get long rebounds a lot. They are 16th ranked in the nation, guarding the 3-point line. They get in your face, run you off of the 3-point line. They are 14th in the nation in defensive rebounding. So you're getting one shot, and it ain't going to be a good 3. It's going to be a contested 3. Are you going to be trying to shoot a little fadeaway over 2 people because they ran you off the line down to a baseline trap? This team plays basketball the way I like to see basketball played. Boise State definitely going to be a problem when it comes tournament time for any team that thinks they could just run around and shoot. They will run you off of that 3-point line, and they will not allow you to run. The thing about teams that slow things down, as long as they can keep a lead or keep it within 5, they can just walk it up. What that does is the team that wants to run, now they're just sitting there playing defense for 28 seconds. Now they, oh snap, all of a sudden we got to run, they off rhythm. It can work to your advantage. However, you go down 12, 15 points and you're trying to walk the ball up. Good luck. See you next year. But Boise State, baby, definitely a team, still be dangerous. Excuse me. Excuse me. Damn headphone fell out on that one. Man, oh man, that was gross. Losing my papers. Sorry, I'm all over the damn place. All right. Boise State, baby. Depending on matchups, I'd take them like +8 though against somebody, no matter who it is. If it's +4, +5, I'd have to really see the matchup, and if they're a favorite, I don't know if I'd be comfortable taking them as a favorite. Anything over 1 point. So like I said, they slow it down, man. You looking at a 62-61 type game with them against anybody. Let's jump over to New Mexico, one of my favorite teams. I thought Colorado State was going to be one of my favorite teams. But between you and me, fuck 'em. New Mexico, baby, rocking and rolling. 17-3 on the season. Woo! That is good. 5-2 in conference play. 2-2 against quad one. Absolutely animals. Only have 3 losses total on the season. The running Rebels of Las Vegas. Somehow they keep beating people, but then they get that ass slap last night. It don't make no damn sense. Colorado State also is their other loss, and then away early November 9th, they lose to St. Mary's. Um, but yeah, 17-3, baby. Their next game, they play Nevada, who we just saw beat Colorado State. I think that's on Sunday, 4 days from now, 3 days from now. Yeah, that's Sunday game. That'll be a good one. Nevada, New Mexico. I'll probably tune into that. Probably be during the championship game. Not a big football guy, but I do enjoy the playoffs. I watch every Sunday. I can't lie. I do catch myself watching college hoops over some games though. Like, I didn't join that Lions Bucks game until the second half. Getting my college hoops fix on. But anyway, this New Mexico team, they're led by Jalen House. They're led by Jamal Mashburn Jr. They're led by JT Toppin. All of these guys are balling the hell out. I mean, one, two, three, four, five, 6 players averaging over 8 points a game. This team is deep. This team knows how to play, and this team runs, and they run a lot. Also, play lockup defense. Jalen House, man, when he's in his bag, might be the best point guard in the nation. He gets his guys going. He's averaging 4 assists to go along with his 15 points a game. Mashburn averaging 16 points a game. Toppin, he's averaging 8 boards and 14 points a game. Donovan Dent with 15 points a game. He's their X factor. And then you got Joseph in Washington. Both of those guys around the 9 point a game mark. Anytime they can get or more than that, it is a plus. This team is ranked 12th in the nation in defensive efficiency, holding teams to 0.91 points per possession. And on offense, they are 33rd in the nation. Pretty good damn team. Hey, only 3 losses. Did I tell you? 1.17 points per possession on offense. 45th in the nation in pace. They push it. They push it to the limit. Love what this team does. I love how this team runs. Full court defense. Soon as you score, I mean, he's banana cutting and up the damn court. He's at half court by the time you turn around on defense. Um, Turnover. They do not turn the ball over. Turnovers. They force a lot of turnovers. 18th in the nation at protecting the ball, only giving up turnovers on 12% of their possessions and forcing turnovers on 20% of the opposing team's possessions. That is 17th in the nation for causing turnovers. Also, top 100 team in rebounding, both offense and defense. Um, Decent. Top 100 in 3-point percentage against them, holding teams to 31% from behind the arc. That's 75th in the nation. And then they are top 70 in 2-point field goal percentage at 53.38%, shooting it inside of the arc. I think this is a dangerous team. I think this team can make a run to the Sweet 16. And I think depending on matchups, this team could be in the Elite Eight, maybe even the Final Four. It'll surprise me if they make it to the Final Four. It'll surprise me if they make it to the Elite Eight. But I think they'll fit right at home in the Sweet 16, and that wouldn't surprise me at all. I will be looking to bet this team in the first 2 rounds of the tournament. Definitely think they get through the gauntlet that is the first weekend. Moving on to Utah State, baby. Now this team is good. 17-2 on the season. However, 1-2 against quad one. Do you care? I kind of do. 5-1 in conference play. However, uh, it's crazy that Bradley is a quad one loss. They lose in overtime to Bradley, literally the first game of the season. Start off 0-1, and then they rip off 15 straight before they lose to New Mexico on the 16th of January last week. Lose by 13 to New Mexico for their second loss. Their next game is Boise State. So this MountWest conference is going to just beat up on each other until they can't beat up on each other no more. But Utah State, man, uh, the same way as all these MountWest teams, they are deep. Alzobar, he leads the way with about 19 points per game, 10 rebounds per game, also getting about 3 assists, 1.5 blocks. Then you got one, two, three other players averaging double digits, and then another guy averaging 9 points per game. Little X factor there at Uduji. Apologize. I say nobody's name right. Don't take it personal. But man, these Utah State teams, they run the plays from the inside out. You see that big man uh going off. Like I said, 19 points, 10 rebounds a game. That's his average. As Big Crit say, that's just what my average is. 27th, this team is in defensive efficiency, giving up 0.93 points per possession. On offense, they are 18th in the nation, averaging 1.19 points per game. They slow the game down, even though they can run. High scoring team, which means they are very, very efficient. 300th, though, in the nation at 3-point shooting. I'm gonna be honest. That's the second stat that worries me when we come to tournament play. 1-2 against quad one. You're gonna play a quad one team in the tournament, and also 300th, only shooting 30% from behind the 3-point line. Something about that tournament, man, where you really need to hit some threes. The team that could just come out of nowhere and all of a sudden hit 12 threes is the team that usually gets the upset, only shooting 30% from behind the line. If you're down by 9, you're going to need one or two of those threes. You're going to need a fast break three. You're going to need to bang some threes. However, they are 12th in the nation in 2-point field goal percentage, shooting at 58% from the floor inside of the arc. And they're also 7th. Now, this is how you balance it out. 7th on defense at holding teams, running teams off the 3-point line. Teams are only shooting 28% from behind the 3-point line against them, and they're 11th in defensive rebounding, only giving up offensive rebounds on 23% of possessions. So you're only gonna get one shot, probably. You might get 2 or 3 second chance opportunities against this team a game. Um, but they're not going to let you just sit back there and wet threes either. They're going to run you off the line. They're going to contest it. Again, 7th in the nation in guarding the 3-point line, only allowing opponents to shoot 28% from behind the arc. However, they only shoot 30% from behind the arc. So it really kind of washes that away. They got to put an extra effort into guarding the 3-point line because they cannot shoot from behind the 3-point line. So definitely one of the things that's going to make me nervous. Hasn't heard them yet. I mean, you hear the record; they're 17-2. Uh, just I don't know, man. I'm on the fence about this team. It's really going to be come down to matchups. Right now, they're projected to be. Sorry, I didn't say this about everybody else. New Mexico is projected to be a 10 seed. Boise State projected to be a 9 seed. Utah State's projected to be a 7 seed. So I think that 10 team, if they get a 10 seed that can shoot the ball, watch out. You better not cry. Because you're not coming to town next round. Utah State, man. Shout out to them doing the damn thing. But this is a team I'd be weary of riding. Uh, Sheesh. I already did this one. All right, 2 more teams to break down over here in the MountWest. I'm gonna go to my team that's breaking my heart, Colorado State. And this is when you know. If you know, you know. That statistics don't mean a hot ham thing. This team's in a cold stretch. Like I said, they started off 13-0. Now they're 15-4, which means they are 2-4 over their last 6. pretty bad stretch, if you ask me. Let's look at it. Why don't we? They lose to St. Mary's on December 9th, win 2 in a row. And then they lose back-to-back games against Utah State and Boise State. Then they beat Air Force, UNLV. I was hoping they could beat Nevada. I got a big ticket on them future prize. I'm not a fan. They could beat Nevada, Wyoming, and then that San Diego State game would be bigger. But I kind of think they're just out of there. Uh, their projected record's 23-6. Projected to go 13-5 in the MountWest. I don't know, man. Last night was disappointing. Only put up 64 points for a team that's ranked sixth. And this is why I say stats mean nothing. They're ranked sixth in the nation, offensively averaging 1.22 points per possession. However, they do slow the ball game down. Slow paced team, as a lot of these Mountain West teams are. They're 3-4 against quad one teams, 3-3 in the conference. They're led by Isaiah Stevens. If you don't know, the boy is a damn dog. Isaiah Stevens might be one of my favorite players this season. However, he's like got that mental thing. When he's on, you could tell he's on, and when he's not on, he's kind of going 80%. But he averages 17 points a game, 8 assists per game, even gets 3 or 4 boards a game. Dominique Clifford, this guy needs to go. He needs to score 15 points a game. Right now, he's averaging 14, 7 boards. But when he's hitting shots and he's getting them 15, 17 points, they are a different team. You got 2 other players averaging right over 11 points per game, and then 1 or 2 more that's averaging around 8 points per game. Top heavy team. You cut off Isaiah Stevens, you cutting off the head of a snake. Dominique Clifford, he can shoot. NBA level talent, just can't really get his own shot. Needs to be set up a lot. One dribble pull ups, catch and shoot. He's a very you can tell he worked on his game a lot. He's not like just go to the park and hoop kind of guy. He's like a pump fake, 2 dribble pull up, jab step, 2 or 3 dribble moves. If he ain't got it, he kicks it out, which is cool. It's great. Like I said, he's gonna be in the NBA and make some damn money off of his jump shot alone. This team is eighth in the nation. This is where their bread and butter is. They shoot a lot of great mid-range shots. They shoot at about 59% from inside the arc, about 36% from behind the arc, which is good for 78th in the nation from the three-point line. They suck at offensive rebounding. Usually only get 1 shot, so they better make it. However, they are eighth in the nation in effective field goal percentage, shooting at about 57% as a team as a whole. Free throw percentage. I haven't talked about this with anybody else because everybody else sucks at shooting free throws, and I'm sick and tired of college kids missing free throws. The last 5 years, it's been getting on my damn nerves. The last 15 years, it's been irking me. But this year, it's pissing me the hell off at this point. But this team does shoot at about 76% from the free throw line. You can count on them to make free throws. Nothing special on defense except they do not foul. They only give up free throws on about 28% of possessions. That's good for 81st in the nation. And they're a good defensive team. Like I said, they're ranked 39th in the nation, only giving up 0.95 points per possession. And on offense, they're 6th in the nation, averaging 1.22 points per possession. I mean, their net ranked is 26. Their RW ranked is 51, and their RPI, they're ranked number 10. As far as the AP poll, they're number 24 in the nation. They are just going through a tough patch. I don't know if they turn it around. They got a good opportunity to turn it around. If you look at their next couple games, they in January at Wyoming, very winnable game, and then at home versus San Diego State. See what the hell happens there. But then they have Fresno State, Boise State, San Jose State, and then San Diego State again to start off February. So they're in the gauntlet. They're in the Mountain West. And then, hey, you know what you get after San Diego State? You get to host Utah State, and then you get to go to the Pit in New Mexico and play against New Mexico. And then you get the running Rebels of Las Vegas in Las Vegas. And then you can end the season against Nevada, the team that just beat you by 13 last night. Get Wyoming one more time, and you get Air Force as an easy last game before the Mountain West tournament. Colorado State, man, I'm going to keep a close eye on them. Would love to bet them the first round of the tournament. However, as of right now, I don't trust them. You can't do it. I won't do it. I said you can't do it. I'm not going to do it. San Diego State, baby. Last team we're going to talk about today. This is the MountWest breakdown of March Madness right here on Captain by a Hook. This team is 16-4, 2-4 quad one, 5-2, however, in the conference. Losses to Grand Canyon University early in the season, lost to BYU even earlier in the season. And then in conference play, they fall to Boise State by one. And then they had that one blowout loss few Saturdays ago against New Mexico. Oh, 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 oh. Their next game is in 5 days against Colorado State. At Colorado State, just talked about that team in depth. Jadion Ladie, Wooden Award, gotta be mentioned as a Wooden Award player. Don't think he'll win it. Think he'll end like fourth and fifth in voting, but he should definitely be top 5 in that award. He's averaging 21 points a game, 9 rebounds a game. Boy, oh boy, that is special. 2 other players averaging double digits, and then you got Lamont Butler and Darion Trammell averaging 9 and 8 points per game. San Diego State runs through Ladie, and he's great. They should run through him. Has a great mid-range shot for a big man. Has great moves down low for a big man. Knows how to get to his spot. Knows how to play with his back to the basket. Like I said, can catch the ball in the mid-range and face up and knock it down the jumper, drive by you. He's definitely a dynamic player. He drops 30. Y'all losing. The other team. If he drops 30, San Diego State's winning. Not that he has to drop 30, but this team gets into the tournament. We just saw him go to the final last year. I think they have a chance to make it back to the Sweet 16 this year. And then from there, anything happens. This team is both top 50 in efficiency on both offense and defense. Number 50 exactly on offensive efficiency, averaging 1.15 points per game. And on the defensive side, they are 10th. Oh, yeah. This team plays some to defense. 10th in the nation, only giving up 0.9 points per possession. They do like to slow it down. They can run, though. I've seen them run. They play full court defense. If they turn you over, they gone. Your best bet is to get a bucket to make them take it out because then they'll walk it up the floor. Pace-wise, they're 312th in the nation. They guard the three-point line with the best of them, ranked 23rd in the nation, only allowing opponents to shoot 29.6, I guess 30% from beyond the arc. They suck at shooting also, though, beyond the arc. Most of their points coming inside of the three-point line. They shoot at 31% from behind the arc and 53% inside the arc. So, like I said, they go through the D. He usually catches it mid-range, back to the basket or face up. He's an automatic bucket. He does make the right plays, makes a lot of great passes. I love what I'm seeing from this team and from this young man. Definitely going to be a scary team come tournament time. Like I said, I think they're a second round team automatically, and I think they could make it to the Sweet 16. They'd probably be one of my Sweet 16 teams right now if the season ended today. They are projected to be a 6 seed as of right now in the bracket. Woo! Breakdowns be taking a lot out of me. Be needing a nap. Be needing a nap, baby. Just gave you 23 minutes of breakdowns on the Mountain West, baby. It's Captain by a Hook. You ain't getting March Madness talk anywhere else. You better be taking notes. I said you better be taking notes. I can't wait to dive deeper, man. I can't wait to get a bracket in front of me. I want to enjoy and cherish every day and every weekend of college basketball that we get. Until then, but boy, oh boy, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I got 3 bets for you. I want to talk about a few games before I get to the bets per usual. Just gonna touch on them a little bit. Really not a lot going on tonight. Vermont taking on UMass Lowell. Sheesh. I love this Vermont team, but I think UMass Lowell at home. This game is pretty much a pick 'em 1.5 favorite at home. I'd go with the home team just because I've been getting murdered by away teams this season. Something about this generation, man. I think they just sat in their room all damn day playing video games. When I was a kid, we'd catch a bus, walk 10 blocks just to go to the park in the other neighborhood with 5 of us and play them for money, $20 a head. Win or lose, we getting in a fight, getting beat up or beating them up. We catching the bus back home, getting a honey bun from the store on the way back before we hopped on the video games. I think these kids is just playing video games all day. They go into hostile environments, and boy, oh boy, if that jumper starts coming short, they start shrinking up, knees start buckling. It's a sad sight to see. Horrible for the sport. But hey, uh, safety for the kids though, better for the kids. They're not out there uh, fighting at parks playing for money. Shout out to them. Only hooping indoors at YMCA's with trainers at the LA Fitness and all this BS, man. Go play on some concrete. Get some skint knees. Get pushed into the pole that's holding the goal up because you got a wide open layup and they ain't gonna let you have it. No free buckets. Anyway, North Texas, baby. They're taking on SMU. This is gonna be a good damn game. North Texas at home. Even money plus 100. I can't say they're really dogs. I like North Texas at home. The Mean Green, Mean Machine, whatever their name is. They're taking on SMU. I think North Texas has a lot to prove. Somehow they're projected tournament team right now. I think they need to prove that to me. I think that's why I think they're gonna win. It's like, bro, North Texas, if you that nice, let me see it. But we'll see tonight what happens with that North Texas SMU. Think it'll be a great mid-major game if you like mid-major basketball. Um, like I said, not much really going on tonight. I kind of got bets on most of the big games, so I guess I can jump into that. I feel like there was one other game I wanted to talk about. Arizona State and Oregon. I do not have a bet on this game. Oregon minus 8.5 feels way too big. I love Oregon to win this game though. Arizona State's been pesky. They've been fighting. They've been a good team this season. The Sun Devils down there in Tempe. I kind of want to watch this game just to see what the hell's going on down there. I haven't seen an ASU game yet this season. See what happens around 8 o'clock tonight. If I put that game on or if I watch one of these games, I got some money on. Everything sounds good till you get down to it. Long Beach State, baby, at home plus 3.5. Give it to me, nice and slow. Long Beach State plus the 3.5. Absolutely love that bet at home, taking on UC Irvine. Santa Clara, they're minus 8.5. They've been a damn wagon this team this season. They're at home taking on Pepperdine. Wouldn't be mad if you bet the Santa Clara minus the 8.5. A little big for me to take it. I'm going to stay away. And then you got St. Mary's as 26.5 point favorites. I've never seen St. Mary's beat anybody by 27 points. Pacific plus 26.5. Just straight ignorant. That'd be a bet I make just to be ignorant. Just to be straight ignorant. Anyway, let's jump into the bets, man, for tonight. Tonight. It's Captain by a hook with the red beard presented by Stare Down Sports. I got 3 of them for you tonight. 3 bets. I do have a road favorite. Somebody shoot me. Somebody strangle me. Somebody slap me. Give me Grand Canyon, baby. The University of GCU minus the 1.5. They're taking on Stephen F. Austin. Usually the F stands for covers. Tonight, I hope it doesn't. Give me Grand Canyon University, baby. Uh, see what my classmates can do. Nah, I'm just messing with you. Grand Canyon University. Y'all seen the commercials. Minus 1.5. Give me GCU, baby. Minus 1.5. And then I'm gonna move over to the team that I can't stop. I won't stop. Gonzaga. Minus 9.5. I just historically seeing this team at anything under 24.5 was like an automatic bet. I need to get that out of my head. Because this is not the Gonzaga team that I grew up on. This some new generation stay in the house playing video games all day. I like how I brought that back. Gonzaga, though, -9.5, taking on a good San Francisco team, the Dons. However, I think Gonzaga at home, I think they got to get rolling. I think they need to get rolling. I think Mark Few gets them rolling. So I'm going to be on Gonzaga -9.5. It's going to be a beautiful night, man. Got everything spaced out perfectly. Got Grand Canyon at 6:30, Gonzaga at 8, and then at 10 o'clock, we're going to be on one of these late games. We're going to go Arizona. Oregon State, 17.5. I like it. Don't love it. Arizona hasn't been covering big numbers this season. What I do like, though, is just over. I think this is the game where Arizona can get to 100 points. Definitely think Oregon State to get to at least 60 once Arizona kind of lets up on the defensive end. Last 10 minutes. Looking at a game that could get close to 160, get into the 160s, definitely gets into the upper 150s. Give me the over. I usually don't take overs this big, but I like it tonight. Again, I think Arizona gets about 100 points tonight. Hoping to get about 103, a little over 100. 97 wouldn't make me mad, but I would like to see them just hit that 100 mark so Oregon State could just hit 50. But give me over 149.5. Oregon State, Arizona in a late game tonight. Uh, there you go. That's how we rocking. Just to recap, we're gonna go GCU -1.5, Gonzaga -9.5, and the over on Arizona, Oregon State 149.5. Man, it's a fun episode. Had a blast today. Again, LSU all time starting five. Hit me up on Twitter with your all time starting five from any program. It could be Indiana. It could be UCLA. I've named a few earlier, Kansas, Kentucky. They got some programs with some ball players. You can even go old school. You can even find a small school. I went with LSU, baby. Pistol Pete, Chris Jackson, Rudy Macklin, Brandon Bass, and Shaquille O'Neal. That's my starting five. Then I named about 12 to 13 other players, including Bob Pettit, Big Baby, Tyrus Thomas, Stanley Roberts, Ethan Martin, Don Redden, Ricky Blanton, Cam Thomas. LSU, man. I think they got one of the best ever all-time teams. Of course, when you got Shaq and Pistol Pete and Chris Jackson, uh, it's almost not automatic, but you're definitely going to be up there with the top all-time players. But hit me up on the X with who you think could beat them. Uh, Pick a program, get their starting five, and holla at me. Also, broke down the coaching spotlight. Johnny Dawkins, UCF. Shout out to him. Hats off to him. And in the March Madness preview, we broke down the MountWest Conference. 5 teams I broke down from there. Got me even more excited. Every time I talk about the tournament, again, we're 7 days away from the tournament officially kicking off and 52 days away from Selection Sunday. I just get more and more geeked the more I talk about it. I mean, in 3 weeks, I'll be in here blushing and giggling like a high school girl just talking about some March Madness. I could love it, baby. But anyway, thank y'all for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the love. And thank you for the support. This is Captain by a Hook with the Red Beard, presented by Stare Down Sports. I am Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dives, going live on a beautiful gloomy, rainy Thursday. It is the 25th of January, the 25th day of the year. And this is a morning show. Please take all these wagers at your own risk and please gamble responsibly. Dobbs.